Okay, we've got one exercise too that I want to talk about. The Brock string is helping you look at something and focus on something. So we call that your focal attention, but you also have your peripheral vision. So being able to pay attention to what's around you when you're looking at something. So normally what our brain does is it pays attention to what's around us while it's focusing on something. And until it sees something that forces us to focus on the periphery, we're able to maintain our focus on whatever it is that we're looking at. And that's a good thing. That's adaptive. What can happen is sometimes we pay too much attention to what is happening around us, and we can't pay enough attention to what is in front of us. And so we get very distracted and overstimulated easily. So that is one thing that this exercise helps with. The other side of that is sometimes we get so focused on what it is we're looking at that we basically tell our brain to stop paying attention to what's around us. And that is not a good thing because it can make us kind of jumpy, because if you're not paying attention to what's around you, you lose your ability to understand where your body is in space. And knowing where our body is in space is grounding to us, and it helps us like feel settled and secure. So if you don't have that, then it can kind of create this like low level anxiety and unease that can make you have a headache or give you all sorts of other symptoms, dizziness or even nausea. So this exercise is trying to help balance both looking at something and bringing in your peripheral vision without overemphasizing what you're paying attention to in the periphery. So one of my favorite things to use is Post-it notes. If you keep Post-it notes around, you can do all sorts of things by just drawing letters on Post-it notes. So what I've done is I've put an X on a Post-it note, and then I've just put it up right by the camera. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit, I'm maybe 3 or 4 feet away, and I'm going to look at the X that I've drawn, and I'm just going to feel my body sitting on the chair. I'm feeling my feet pressing into the ground. And then I'm going to start to pay attention without moving my eyes to what's going on around me. So I see the X, but I'm starting to notice behind me, I see a couch, I see a window, I see a TV, a fireplace. I see the colors of the walls. If I move more to the side, I see another window, I see a door, I can see a table. I can even see some trees out the window. And you're just going to do this for 1 to 2 minutes. You don't have to move your head. And if you're having trouble, you can also think about relaxing your eyes. Sometimes taking a deep breath and just relaxing your eyes lets your gaze soften enough where you're still looking straight ahead, but you're able to notice a little bit more. And if this starts to give you some symptoms, feel free to close your eyes and take just a second, and then open your eyes and try again.